Now we've covered all the fundamentals, let's actually look at the track. Now the first thing I did with this track is I actually got a vocal sample. Now if you're really new to producing and you're using Splice, I recommend just using Splice for the vocals. But because I've been producing so long now, I've pretty much used up all my Splice samples that I can, and there's not much there for me anymore. So I've moved to other methods, and one of my methods is collabing with singers, and then there's also other websites where you can purchase vocals as a sample pack, such as Vocalfy, and that's where this vocal sample is from. So I'm not sponsored by these or anything, but I'll just show you what I did for this track. So I just went to the key that the track was in, which was D minor, and then I found a vocal sample. So you'll see here I went and found this one. It doesn't really matter what BPM it's in because you can just speed it up. And if the vocal sample is high enough quality, it won't sound too weird because you can pitch adjust it to make it stay in D minor with the BPM increase. And then I think it was this one. So I just downloaded this one originally with a house track at 124 BPM. And then the first thing I did was test the vocal. So I downloaded a test sample and then I put it in here. And then I only bought it once I'd finished the track, because you never know, you might end up not finishing the track and then you've just wasted like 25 quid on one vocal. So that's a little trick for you there. And then you can see here, I've pretty much just put the track in here and then chopped it up on the drop and then brought it back in. So you might download the vocal and then it won't be perfect for your track, so you have to do some little bits of chops like this. And the reason these are on different levels here is because there's a delay on them. So if I just put my headphones on, so you can see here, we play it. So you take that's just a little delay there, a little bit of creativity, so it sounds slightly unique. And on the vocals themselves, I just use a Klar vocals like this, and I just go through some of the presets and then adjust to taste. And then obviously with the one on delay, I use this delay plugin here and adjust the time here, the volume here to taste. But I always try and make it fit in time. So when you listen to it here, so you take that's in time with the track. So this was the first thing I got, then I built the emotion around this vocal. Now the track is in D minor. Now one thing that's really important is making sure you download vocals that are either in D minor or one or two semitones either side of it. So like E minor or C minor could get away with, and then pitch adjusting it up or down slightly by a couple of semitones. The reason why I don't like getting like a vocal in A minor and then adjusting it to D minor is it just makes the vocal sound really cringy, because it can either go really high pitched or really low pitched, and then it just sounds weird. Sometimes it works, there are exceptions, but most of the time it just sounds a bit weird. But again, you got to experiment.